yourself and your company?
Yes. So my name is Marcia Moore, and I am a former forensic scientist. I now am full-fledged into health and wellness due to rupturing a disc in my neck, which took me out of work in 2010. By 2013, I developed autoimmune issues, and I had more than one. So it took the doctor a while to figure out what was wrong. And like Jenny said, when you're struggling with autoimmune issues, people don't understand because when you're not flared up, you seem normal, you look normal, you seem okay. So for you to be functioning normal one moment and then within minutes, you're flared up. And for me, I was diagnosed with mixed connective tissue disorder,
Mm.
where I have underlying lupus, but then I also have MS symptoms, multiple sclerosis symptoms. So that forced me to retire as a forensic scientist. I was in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA section where I had worked for almost 7 years. So in doing that, I'm still a chemist and scientist. So I took the situation, turned that pain into a powerful purpose, and amongst my own healing and journey, created Eatacure, which is just like it sounds, Eat a Cure. So it is a wellness company where I teach you how to eat well, live well, transition into better eating. But Eat a Cure is not just what you put in your mouth. So eating a cure is wellness for what you do, mind, body, and soul,
Mm.
because if you're not connected in all three, you're not going to be whole. So my goal is to make you whole. I have multiple gifts and I put that all under. I had the great privilege of joining these ladies with their DJ session the other week, and I say we had a time.
We
I
did.
thank you, ladies, for your platform. You better
Thank
follow I Am Royal Love, guys. Whoever's on my live that's joining in, please. It's not just about lupus awareness. These ladies are really trying to live well, and that is the Eat a Cure motto. Eat to
you.
live, there's more to life. My last name is Moore, Moore. So with that, under Eatacure is Caribbean Craze, and that's my Caribbean dance fitness business because my father is from the islands. He's from Kingston, Jamaica. So that DJ they had, he was killing it. You hear
He
me? So
was.
yes, they laughed and I danced like I never danced before, and it
Hmm.
felt good.
It
It
did.
felt free. You ladies' energy was amazing. Then you had your trivia questions in there. It's free, guys. Join them on Zoom. The next one is coming up May 19th. Please follow these young
Oh,
ladies
June
because
12th.
I'm
Royal
sorry, June
Sessions.
12th. Royal
Yes.
Sessions. Yes, Royal
Hmm.
Sessions is May 19th. So they have a lot going on. So follow them, check them out. But as for my own story, living with these conditions, you never know when the flares are going to come. So
Hmm.
my company's goal is to just try to maintain some stability for you. And actually, Jenny is right on point. You need a support system. You
Hmm.
need motivators. You need somebody that's going to listen to understand intently because the journey is not easy. I'm walking and healing and I still have bad days. So for me, I incorporated meditation, yoga, my spiritual background. So I stay plugged to be in you need to stay in a peaceful state, a homeostasis state for your body to start to heal. So that requires rest, rejuvenation, positive energy, light, those things that you're saying, nature. Because with lupus, the symptoms you have like chronic burning sensation. So for those that are in my circle that exercise, that pre workout or that overworking of lifting weights, and a day or two later, you're feeling that muscle burn, but it extends beyond the normal time because you overdid it. Well, that feeling is through your whole entire body in a lupus flare, and it comes coupled with chronic fatigue, and it's not nice. It's not fun. It's
That's a good way
debilitating.
to explain it.
Yes, it's debilitating. I was bedridden on and off for 7 years. And 3 or 4 of them years, they couldn't even figure out what was wrong with me because the tests come out normal sometimes. Some tests come out one way, another test come out. And with autoimmune, it pops in and out. Your body is fighting against itself. I literally had IVIG infusions 4 hours a day pumped into my chest. I still have the port there for those that ever seen me with a lower cut shirt. Every 4 hours for 14 days for a year. I got healed, went back to work temporarily at a medical marijuana dispensary because I'm a chemist. And my natural wellness journey, my neurologist turned me on to medical marijuana as well as some other natural alternatives. And then as the chemist wanting to learn, I just studied more. And then I now, with my company, incorporate 25 plus herbs to help you with your body. You know, they say if you feed somebody, you teach them for that, you feed them for the day. But if I teach you how to fish, you'll be well for a lifetime. So Eatacure's goal is to teach you how to live well and preventatively. So there's natural herbs. There's so much on this earth that we can have that gives us well. Most medications people don't even know. Actually, all medications are derived from plant-based sources or natural herbs or elements or minerals from the earth. So if you learn your natural journey and learn what your body needs, then you can function, to me, at a better optimal level on a daily basis. It doesn't mean you won't have bad days. It doesn't mean that you'll never be sick again, even in your wellness. My faith tells me we're broken in this body until we go to glory. So I expect that. I anticipate that. However, you can still live life abundantly here. They told you I danced my behind off that night. But there were times where my children literally had to dress me because I didn't get approved for home health aides yet. So it's very important to stay plugged into your networks and get a support system to help you along that journey. So I employ people, plug into people like I Am Royal Love. Look at Eatacure. I give free 10-minute consultations. It's not about the money for me. I want people well. We know we need money to function, to get the things that we need. Eatacure also provides products. So when I got sick again, for whatever reason, I had like a pancreatic attack, and they were wondering if it was autoimmune related because all the tests came out negative again. So that's also a frustrating process. Psychologically, it's hard on you. Psychologically, it's hard on your family. So it is important to really learn, educate, and research yourself. So organizations like I Am Royal Love, different things, it's important to plug yourself in. The more education you have, the better you can manage for yourself and for your loved ones. Because you can have a productive life. We had a good time that night.
We did. We did. It was great.
When I got taken back out of work, I didn't understand. I'm going to be honest. I was angry at God. I didn't understand. I felt like, healing is the children's bread. How am I sick again? And, for me, God's ways are not my ways. So I'm thinking he wanted to promote healing, and not to say he didn't, but he said, your ways aren't my ways. I'm trying to show people perseverance. So you're persevering and you're still have a smile. You're still helping people through your pain, through your struggle. That's what I want people to see, because that's my love.
Right.
So I'm thinking we want to see the miraculous, and he still does the miraculous because I'm walking in healing today. But along the journey, when you have your bumps in the road, again, you have to stay plugged in. I told you, yoga, meditation, things to keep you calm and peace. You need to keep joy, righteousness, and peace in your life at all times to help you, because stress will trigger your autoimmune.
Yeah.
It'll flare you up. Stress, delayed stress, pressure, and we know life can get hard. We
Absolutely.
know life can get hard. It's not easy, and no man is an island. And even though it's hard to trust people along your journey, you got to believe that people will come alongside of you. These young, beautiful ladies, the lady Jenny, listen, there's a network out there if you want it. But for me, when I got upset, God showed me just wait. And that's when Eatacure and Caribbean Craze got birthed. So I had started with CBD products, cooking, more plant-based. I was alkaline vegan at one time. For those that are familiar with Dr. Sebi's practices, SEBI, there's a list of herbs, fruits, vegetables, oils, nuts that are considered alkaline or pH balanced that are neutralized above 7 to keep your body system, because when you're not leveled, you have inflammation. So when you have inflammation, that's where your sickness and disease comes from. Excess sugars, you know, excess starch turns into sugar. So I'm also certified in sports exercise nutrition as well as the BS in chemistry. So I use that to kind of guide. I'm no doctor by any means. I'm no doctor. However, I've been in this journey long enough, and my scientific background, I've done so much where I've just incorporated it in Eatacure to try to bring you the best wellness journey that you can. And sometimes it's just the support. Sometimes it's just having someone in. And when you learn to turn pain into a powerful purpose, then you'll see the reason why it makes the suffering just that much sweeter. Not that you want it. You know, nobody wants to suffer. Nobody wants to go through, but let's be real, it's life. So if we can make it easier and pull together one with another, then so be it. So I am a resource for you. I am Royal Love is a resource for you. You know, I found these ladies by happenstance on social media, and the day I found them, they were making these delicious like Cheerio ball
Oh
things.
yeah, Patricia did.
Yes,
It was the taste testing, and we ran out of
yes.
time, so we came back and we tried it, and she came on live. It was so good.
Yeah, so I was chiming in and listening to them and hearing intently,
Hmm.
and they started to hear the things I was saying. They're like, well, wait a minute. So we're looking it up, and they're trying to find out and research me as I was saying certain things, and then it brought us to today.
Yeah.
So right now, Eatacure's biggest seller is sea moss products. So we know that sea moss has, it's been told to have 92 out of 102 minerals your body needs. I
Hmm.
call it a big plant-based super vitamin,
It
literally. So
is.
just like you take your multivitamin every day, or your women's vitamin, or your men's vitamin, or over 60 vitamin, whoever you are, I just believe there are some stipulations. If you have thyroid issues, it's not recommended to take sea moss because it is an iodine source. So if you're allergic to iodine or have a thyroid issue, it is not recommended to take. However, I have learned there's still ways to use it. So as a chemist and a scientist, I like to play, I like to research, I like to study. So I learned to use it in everything. So for those that physically can ingest it, I found some so far that you can use it in other ways as a face mask because it's good for your skin, hair, nails. Put it in their hair, even just use the sea moss water. I don't waste anything. I have some new things coming out that I can't divulge yet, but I learned to not waste it all, and there's so much benefits in it. But since I've been on the CMOS consistently, I started at April 1st, 2020 for a regular basis. And I knew about it. My dad's Jamaican. You have like the Irish moss drink that you hear people say. And for
Hmm.
those that don't know, it's called Chondrus crispus is the proper genus name. We commonly known it as Irish moss. And that comes from, I think, the 40s. Don't quote me correctly, but I think it was the 1940s or 50s. But the Irish used to use sea moss for during famine times. So that's where the nickname Irish moss came from. And then naturally it spread for the information for everybody else. But there's different kinds. You have purple moss. You have moss from all different areas, and each one has its own, mineral source from where it's located. So naturally, the tropical locations, the Caribbean locations, have a lot more dense nutrients and a lot more alkaline. Here's the key. The key is to keep you alkaline. And I was blessed because I found out that Jamaica has one of the most alkaline lands in the world, and I didn't even know.
I didn't
I
know
didn't even know. I just found that out, and it blessed my soul when I
that. We
heard it.
know.
Yeah, so
Now we know.
yeah,
That's
so
good.
but they have different flavors, not flavors, but different kinds, different colors, depending on what coast you're getting it from. You have to be
Mm-hmm.
careful to get it from a reputable source because there are some that make it man-made. Now, I'm not saying it's bad for you, but you're not going to get the proper minerals from where that source is, from the ocean or that region of territory. So it may have some benefits and you're not going to know the difference sometimes. So you really got to do your research. but Eatacure uses a very clean process. And we have so far 2 distributors that I use, Black and Noble, Hakeem Hopkins in Philadelphia, and I also use Embrace Pangea. I think they're down like in Florida or something. So you want to find some reputable sources to use. But since I've been on it, April 1st, 2020, by June 2020, I no longer needed those infusions. So, because when I had that pancreas attack, I went back on the infusions for a year and a half, and I couldn't understand why. Meanwhile, Eatacure was building, Caribbean Craze was building, and I was connecting with more people, and people were watching my journey, and they still saw me push, they still saw me go, they still saw me be able to be a help and a resource to others. So, after about 3 months, after myself got healed, family members saw the difference. You have weight loss benefits because it helps suppress appetite. But again, back to the 92 minerals, 92 out of 102 minerals, I just feel like it balances your body.
Right.
So because of that, it helps diabetes. It helps blood pressure. It's good for hair, skin, nails. There's so many benefits that come with the sea moss, and it's a plant-based vegetable. It's just seaweed from the ocean, believe it or not. When I told it to one person, they couldn't believe. They laughed so hard. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they said the seaweed you pick up. I said, yeah, not the brown one you see. That's actually bladderwrack. The brown one is bladderwrack. But here we go. I've learned these certain herbs based on my own journey, and now I help educate others. So if I can help you heal yourself, to live well, to be well, then I feel like it was worth it. Seriously.
Nice.
So, and then I make plant-based food. One of my top sellers is plant-based cookies with sea moss. So, and I don't even tell. I'll make